What's crappin', everybody? We are back here with another episode of Kicking It with Kpop, and I'm here with Noah, aka Big Mac. What is up,
Yo,
Noah? How are
what's
you
up?
doing?
Good,
Doing
how are
pretty
you?
well. I'm doing all right. I'm awake. We're winning. So that's what we're
Yep.
at today. Yes, hopefully you're not too exhausted because you were doing the things and just got home. So amazing. I know. We
Yeah.
got a few people in chat. I know it's gonna be very exciting. I can't wait to actually talk to you about your book because I've been hanging in your streams for I can't even tell you how long. I have no idea what your book is about. So we're gonna find out about this today.
Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of a problem with the streams, Everybody knows what girl I'm talking to, and nobody knows the plot of my book.
This is very true. I could tell you your entire dating history if I don't know anything about Maverix. I could probably tell you more about that.
Goth chick.
Yeah, the goth
Yeah,
chick. No,
yeah.
no. I'm talking about that motorcycle spread with the mirror in
Oh,
your panel
yeah.
than I can about anything that you said in your book. All I know is that you spent a long time working on Blades of Grass.
Yeah. 3 years. 3 years.
Of Blades of Grass. Listen,
Yep.
mad shout out, props to you.
Yeah.
We're gonna say hey to some people in the chat, and then we're gonna come back. We're gonna get all full and up in your book because I think it's very lovely, and I love to see people aspiring to do art because I myself is an artist, but that's the one thing I'd say in my life that I regret is not keeping up with my artwork and letting that go, and then not thinking it was good enough to do art, and then people go look at my art, they go, "You're a dumbass. Why aren't you doing more art?" I'm like, fine, I'll get back to it. No, it's crazy. All the way from I don't know what day this was, but we have GT Key Comics. What is up, GT Key? You're a homie. You're always the first one in my chat. I will always forever shout you out first. Way to go. We got Edwin in the house. What's up, Edwin? Yes. And I have linked your campaign page. It is pinned to the top of the YouTube chat. I will be pasting it here and there, so it goes to Twitch and to the Twitter lands. Yeah. Let's go. You are, before we hit this, 4 away from hitting 200. So we're trying to get you to 200. So we hope we can do that today. So that'd be amazing. Got Jay in the house. If you guys don't know, Jay is Noah's co-host and life mentor for getting the ladies.
I mean, some people say, he's like, like the evil mastermind whispering in my ear, trying to sabotage my social life.
Yeah, that email didn't go over too well. I know, but what I think happened was she transferred, and then she doesn't have access to that email.
No, she didn't. I saw her on campus after that.
She transferred. That's what happened. She just
right. Yeah,
access to that email. We have Bleak in the house, and yes, you can come watch us on Saturday. We have a Band of Brother auction happening on there. Which one is more important, the Blades of Grass, the babes, or the find life advice that you give to Noah on his streams? Which I hear that there might be a stream tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah. Hopefully.
Amazing. Yes.
If I survive.
Yes. Oh, if you survive. Oh.
Yeah.
Dang.
We'll see.
I know, it's crazy. Sheldon, what's up, Sheldon? At least you're back now. Listen, we made it. We're here. We're doing it. We're
Yeah, it's true.
Yes,
it's true.
It's hilarious to me because sometimes people write in the chat that they're really upset with Jake.
I know. Not only that, there's been rumors spread around the internet.
Oh shit!
Gossip.
Oh no!
Oh yeah.
Oh, gossip has been gossiped. That's right.
Yeah. Jay Ryan is known for starting things on the interwebs.
This is true. He started a Twitter feud amongst a bunch of people the other day due to art, which has been it's amazing how much response you have had on this and how much people you've got to unfollow you, but also follow you at the same time. Listen, you are ahead of your time there.
Yeah.
Yep. That's very true. All right. We made it to the end of that. There'll be more people be popping in here. I know it's a weird time for me. I usually stream at nighttime, but I stopped doing this for a long time. But they'll pop in here. We're good. But
this is true.
Yeah.
This is true.
Oh yeah. I think it's quite amazing. Like he'll just be on the side, just like giving you all this life advice, and you're like, I don't think so. I'm not gonna do that. But
yeah. Well, because Jay Ryan has a tendency to like not start something, but he'll add, fuel to the fire. you know, likes to just, because then he has plausible deniability. So he'll, you gotta be careful with him because he'll slip, advice in there that's really just kind of,
just throwing you off.
Flames, yeah.
Yeah, I could see that happening. Yes, you never start any trouble. These are lies. We all know this. We all know this. All right. Because this is the Noah show and we're making this all about Noah, we're gonna make you big. Listen,
whoa,
boom! It's all about you today. Listen, I even made my background blue.
It matches my room. Yeah,
I know. Listen, we're also blue here too. Look, we match.
Yeah,
I know. It's all about the Noah show today. Yeah. So, for those in the chat that do not know Noah, who is the Noah Mac, the Big Mac?
I am a 20-year-old. That's weird. 20-year-old comic book artist and writer. Been making comics technically professionally, as a job since I was 14. Published and made 10 single issue floppies, printed them, sold them. Then in 2020, I want to say, I went ahead, started crowdfunding, did my first graphic novel, Maverix Volume 1 Decimation. That did pretty well for a startup, especially at the time. It was my highest selling one. Got about 2K raised and 100 backers around there. And then I went ahead and started the project that I'm crowdfunding now. Started that when I was 16, wrapped it up before I turned 20. So I get to say I made it while I was a teenager. That was very important, So, yeah, that's who I am, you know.
Impressive resume. Listen, I want to tell you that I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I might give you shit in the streams as I am old as dirt. So I find you like a little broski, okay? But that is nothing to get upset about because I have nothing but respect for you as a creator and an artist.
Thank you.
You earn my respect more and more because you've been hanging around Jay more, let me tell you. And you are giving the business to everybody in chats lately. And let me tell you, my respect for you grows more and more every time I see this.
Yeah,
so, No, this is true. I will always say
you
good
gotta
things
keep it
you.
real in these virtual streets,
You gotta. The streets are rough out here. I know. Yeah. But no, it's amazing to me that you just turned 20. So happy belated birthday, by the way. It is fascinating to me and amazing that you have been doing this since you were 14. And one of the things, we're about to get sappy right now because let me tell you, one of the things that I could tell you that I give you respect for is that you're always trying to learn as an artist. You are always talking about artists. You're always looking up books. You are hungry for the knowledge that Shelby, Jay, and all the other guys have, and I can see that. And I love that you are pushing your style and trying to figure out where you're going. And I love hanging your streams to see that. So, yes,
thank you.
And yep. And this is facts. You have published more books than most people double your age.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. No. So big round of applause for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I think people give you crap sometimes because of your age, but I don't think they realize, dude, you've been doing this for 14, which is way longer than most of the people have been doing this. So
yeah, that might be why some people give me crap, in the chats. I've been noticing kind of, yeah, what's up with that? But
could be out of jealousy. I'm just saying, I don't know. Listen, it's all good. But yeah, we're here to talk about your books that you have on Indiegogo right now, which is Maverix #2. And you are at 196 backers.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to get you to 200, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
Edwin, yes, your people. Is it jealous people or the ones that giving him shit? Because I think we're probably both. Let me tell you.
Buzz is one of the few people who, because I want to say this because I appreciate it. He likes every tweet I put out, and if I'm promoting something, he retweets it and stuff. So
yeah, we love Buzz. We love the Edwin over here. What's up, Kev? How are you doing? No, it's 196 backers. So yeah, I did just drop the link in there, and it's very exciting too because you just got this back from the printer. So
well, yes and no. So and maybe we can get into this depending on where you want the conversation.
Okay,
we go. Right. But I got the proof copies back.
Yes.
Right? I've placed the bulk order, but then there were difficulties with people following instructions. And a lot of back and forth, overnight shipments of proof copies that somehow are now in Canada, even though they're getting shipped from Michigan to New York.
So, well, it goes, that way faster for some reason. I don't know. Like, you know what happened?
What?
Jay intercepted the shipment and is getting the books.
Yeah, and I think he's stealing my proof copy.
I think that's what's happening. I think that's what's happening.
Yeah. But yeah, so I went ahead, placed like the bulk order, and then we found a little problem that was, not noticed. And then so we had to try and fix it. And then the printer screwed something up. Eventually the printer sent me the corrected cover files with the incorrect and outdated interior pages. Didn't even notice they did it. And like it was like only changes on like 2 pages. So we almost missed it. But we ended up finding it, went back, got a proof copy. So today, I just got the proof copy back and approved it. So now the reprint of volume 1 is going to print. And volume 2 has already been, I don't know where it is in the print process. I know they sent it to print. I don't know if it's being, glued together or whatever.
Yes, but it should be shipping soon.
Yes, April. As long as I don't, get killed by an op on campus or something like that.
Yeah.
The book
Jay can give you your books back. It's fine.
Yeah, as long as something like that doesn't happen, it's coming out in April. So it's very exciting.
45 minutes, you say. Listen, I've got my eye on you, Shelby. Don't worry. Hit your minion and we'll get back.
Yeah.
In no time. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's very exciting to finally get it out because I've been working on it for like 3 or 4 years now, So
yeah,
it's a large chunk of my life, percentage of my life,
Yeah.
It's like I've been working on it for 1/5 of my life.
You've been working on it from high school to college now.
Yeah.
Which is quite cool because I actually that's something I asked the artist too, because the longer you spend doing your artwork gets better over time. So is that something that you want to go back and like redo the first issues or something later on?
No, because I'm in a competition with Todd McFarlane and I don't have time to go back. I have to out-publish him by page count because so I'm a big Todd McFarlane fan, right? Especially when I was like 13 and 14, because just the way how he talks and stuff and his artwork, it just inspired me a lot. So I used to obsessively watch every panel that was uploaded, whatever interview, and he did something where he was like, I guess, trying to inspire people, and he was talking about, it was around the time of Spawn issue 300, right? And he's like, I'm gonna get the record for the longest running, independent comic book. Now listen, this is for all you youngsters out there. If you want it, I'm gonna keep publishing this until I die. All right. I think I got another 30 years. So I'm gonna get it issue 600. And he's like, so that means for all you youngsters, in order for you to take this away, you'd have to start publishing and doing a book every month when you're 20 for however many years to beat me. So he's like, so you might as well not even try and just like forget about it and just let the old man have his record. So then 14-year-old me was like, okay, well, I need to try and take his record. Because I was like, all right, so if he started doing it in his 20s and I'm 14, I have like, 12 or something like that years from when he started doing Spawn. So that means I'll have a 12-year lead on him, which means I'll destroy Todd McFarlane when I'm like 80 or something. Yes. But then, of course, like the market changed and stuff. So I couldn't really do single issues. So I can't try and out-publish him in that way. But I thought about it. And I think it's fair to say if I publish, if I draw and write and publish more pages than him, I think I could say that I beat him.
See, loophole. I also like that you're Spite Publishing as well, so this is fantastic.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hold on a second. Not a blade of grass we've seen in those pages. Secret, you know, I think that's what tripped you up for like 3 years was those blades of grass. But now you know how to do blades of grass so well, you can push them out faster. So
and listen, Todd McFarlane talked about finding one thing that you can do better than everybody else and doing that a lot.
Yeah.
So my shtick is blades of grass.
I think so. I think you could battle him with the blades of grass and completely win.
I mean, it's gotten to the point that people look at it and they say that they can, you know, feel the wind blow across the grass.
Whoa, like Van Gogh.
Yeah.
Yes. Wow.
It's atmospheric.
Comics. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can put that as a quote on the back of your book. Put that in there. Yeah. And Callie, this is amazing. He has a very important question. This is quite amazing. He's saying, so this is the dude that taught Jay everything he knows, right? Wow.
Yeah.
It's correct.
100%.
Correct. 1,000% correct. That's why he is forced to come on your shows on Thursdays when you stream.
Yeah. He owes it to me. You know?
He does. It's true. So people are like, yes.
That's what I'm saying. Listen.
That's right. Jace would say. Stop drawing grass at all. No, he can't now. He is the master of all the grass. Like it's gotta happen now. Shelby was gonna crack another monster, but he needs some alcohol to make it through this. Listen. Fire up your White Russians. We already know that's what you're drinking, and get it in response to this. The bubble gut gas. Listen, I like that you're going to stay here and watch us with your bubble guts. Thank you. It's going to be about wheat fields. Yeah. Sunflowers, maybe something. Yeah. Draw a grass sword like an Adventure Time. Oh. Dang.
Yeah, I could do that. Technically, I could do that in the next one.
Do that. I think so. That'd be cool.
I can't spoil the plot point or like the scenery type thing because I came up with like this coolest set piece. I actually can't think, and this is true, I can't think of like a cooler set piece in a comic that I've seen. Now I haven't seen every comic, but it's like I thought of it, I was like, whoa, like I had to have stolen it from something, but I don't think I did, so I'm taking it. But there's a way that I very well could make a grass sword in volume 3, so it might happen.
You might happen. Listen, that grass might get evolved, and and happen. Yeah, and apparently,
I mean, it's been known to happen. You know, things in the world of Mavericks evolve and mutate and morph.
Callie is saying maybe there is a grass Noah out there, and the real Noah, and this one is your clone.
Yeah.
Listen. If you had a grass Noah and your Noah, they would equally be as talented. So you could make that one draw a bunch more pages and really outshine and outpublish the
Tom McFarlane. Yeah.
Right. Listen, my making maple syrup. Listen, yes, exactly. A Canadian treat. That's right. I do get it shipped in. I just walk across the border and get it.
What's Canadian? I know it's a play on Canadian, but.
That came up in, I think, one of Shelby's streams. We have now turned Canada into Ska-nadia because of the ska loving Canadians. So yes, Ska-nadians. Yes, that's right. I know.
Yeah. Listen, that's what Shelby claims to have stolen. Bro, listen from me, but I don't think I say it. Okay. But he says it all the time, and somebody brought it up in his chat, and he's like, yeah, I took that from Noah. And it's like, I don't think I say that. I think he's gaslighting me. That's what I think.
Gaslighting you that you've taken listen?
Yeah. Because according to him, I say, listen, bro, listen, a lot.
Listen, bro. Nah, son.
Yeah. That's what he says. He says, son.
That's what he says. Yeah, he goes, nah, son. Yeah. Exactly. Skanky Canadians are Ska-nadians? No, it's because of ska. This is why is Canada's entire economy is based on the sales of ska music to make it Ska-nadia. Yeah.
I've never heard of ska music.
Well,
is it any good?
I don't know. I know where your music taste lies. so probably not along. It's very upbeat and dancey, and there's usually trumpets involved.
What?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Sheldon's like, all right, I'm listening. Give it give it some listen, but I have a feeling with your taste in music, you may or may not like this.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, this is
dang.
true. This is true. Yeah, I went from being addicted to pizza rolls to chocolate. And now I'm trying to eat well because I'm dying.
Oh,
you know?
No.
Yeah. No, I'm like an old person now. I got these horrible leg cramps. I can't fix them. And so I'm like, okay, maybe I need to start eating better. And like,
you did just buy that chair as well to help with those leg cramps.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe eating chocolate, pretty much only chocolate every day for like 3-4 months isn't a good idea.
No, I don't think so. No, probably not. You might need to add more pizza rolls back into your diet.
Yeah. Because like what I used to do, right? Because I'd go to school and then I'd be there all day and I don't like using public bathrooms, right? So I wouldn't eat anything, so I wouldn't have to go to the bathroom. So I'd fast and then I got like addicted to seeing how long I could fast.
Okay.
One day I went 24 hours, which I'm pretty proud of. I know people go for like 3, but like 3 days. But anyway, so I'd go and I'd fast for like 10 hours. And then I'd eat a bunch of chocolate, drink milk, and then that was it.
Dang. So Kelly is telling you to take up skedaddling. It's great for cardio. You know, if you play some ska music, you can really skedaddle. That'd make way more sense. Yes.
There's this one guy who skedaddles at campus. Yeah, he doesn't walk. He does like this weird thing where he's basically like, he keeps his legs stiff. He doesn't bend his knee and he like hops like this.
Whoa. That's kind of amazing.
Yeah.
I like it. Very good question from Shelby here. Will there be any splash pages of babes in the next Maverix?
There might be a splash page of a dead chick.
Oh,
there might.
I mean, she could be a babe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She could. You know.
All right. Well, we're going to get over to your campaign page because I want to go over this because I actually really want to find out more about what exactly Maverix is all about. Because as I said before, I have no clue. I've been in your stream. I can't even tell you how long I've been in your stream. I don't know what this is all about. I can tell you everything about your dating history. I can tell you everything about Shelby, your relationship with Shelby and Jay. I have no idea what Maverix is about. So, yes. Please tell me somebody says, talk to me, Goose, at some point, possibly.
Yeah.
So here we are. I'm going to refresh this real quick. Here's your campaign page for Maverix Volume 2. And look at this. You're at 197 backers.
Thank you.
Oh, snap. You have 3 more backers to go, and you're going to be at 200. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Nice. I love this. All right.
Thank you to whoever backed it. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. I'm going to go over here and just open up this cover page here so we can just look at this. So as I'm showing this off, can you please explain and just get into what exactly Maverix is all about?
Yeah, sure. So the tagline is, it's a story of a man fighting a world to save ours. So after the events of Volume 1 Decimation, right, Maverix, he's all torn up because his girlfriend died, right?
Oh, no.
And then he thought he, like, killed all these mutants, but when he returns to Earth, he finds, okay, he didn't actually kill all of them. So he basically now is even more like, oh crap, I really kind of failed. Like, I didn't save my girlfriend, she's dead. And all these mutants I thought I killed are alive. You know, he's bamboozled. And at the same time that this is happening, there's this galactic conqueror, right? Like this mastermind. And he's been manipulating all this stuff in the past, to accomplish his plan. And right now his focus is essentially to absolutely annihilate Maverix's will to live in front of the galaxies, right? Because at this point, Maverix's legacy as a hero, right? It's pretty well known throughout the cosmos. It's not like a sci-fi book, but there are like alien planets and stuff. And especially in like the first 10 issues, he kind of did a crazy thing. So everybody kind of, they know the name Maverix, right?
Okay.
So this mastermind, he's like, all right, so if I can take this guy who's supposed to be kind of unstoppable, right? Everybody like looks up to him. If I can make him look like an absolute, Sissy Lala, you know, if I make him look like a fool and kill him, nobody's going to want to fight me because they're going to be like, well, I'm just a normal guy and you made, you know, Maverix look like an idiot. What's the chance of me surviving? I might as well not fight. So that's his plan. So he's not just trying to kill Maverix, but he's trying to make a mockery out of him, right? He's trying to toy with him. So, you know, the Conqueror is the judge, Maverix is the judged, who is the jury, and what is the verdict? Those are the questions that are going to be answered in Volume 2 and the upcoming books, like Volume 3 and 4, because it's a 4-issue story arc. So that's the basic, you know, plot.
Very cool. I dig that. I like the costume design that you have of Maverix as well. I love these little alien-looking weirdo dudes in the back.
Yeah. So those are like the mutants, and yeah, because they were like the main threat of decimation.
Right.
There was a bad guy who got involved with genetically mutating humans to try and create advanced soldiers, and it kind of backfired. It wasn't controllable, and normal humans started to get mutated. So that was why it was called decimation, because the human race was about to get decimated.
Whoa, that's actually pretty cool. I like this. And Callie is saying it looks dope, and congrats on actually getting the 197 backers. That's amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're definitely going to be at the 200 by the time you go and actually ship this thing. So we're going to get you way more of those. Let's go. Share this all over the place. Let's see. Shelby is saying that's a pretty good total on this campaign. Where tax is hard to figure out. No, because you had help with your dad from your dad.
Yeah. My dad takes the fall with the taxes.
That's right. The IRS had this campaign.
Yeah, like every couple of weeks, I see a black car parked outside my house. I'm like,
wow,
what's up with that?
Dang, that is crazy. Let's see. Does Maverix use any of the dead girlfriend corpse as a shield? Oh, dang.
Also, no, but that's a really cool idea.
It is a really cool idea, and
I might use that.
You might have to use it. Maybe she comes back. Maybe she, maybe there's a weird thing happening. Hi, Nicole. This is not an open chat. This is we're getting to know Noah Mactutus over here. Let's see. His suit is made out of the dead ex-girlfriends. Oh man, that's rough.
Well, actually, let me get into this because it's kind of cool. So Maverix himself doesn't have any powers. He did at one point in time, but they ended up kind of getting removed from him. And then his brother is like this genius weapons manufacturer, and he created this it's funny because it's AI, but this was before AI popped off. All right, this was like 2018. He created what's called AID, which stands for Artificial Intelligent Droid, and it's basically this nanotech AI that can tap into computers. It can scan the area. It can talk to him. It can materialize different weapons. So that's what his suit is made out of, and it's controlled by AID. And so that's why he has like an energy blast or like a sword or whatever. Like his actual, when you get to Volume 2, he's using a physical sword, but like there's scenes in Volume 1 where he just materializes like a ball and chain. Ooh, right? And so that's kind of like his superpowers. But there was a thing that happened in the first 10 issues where he was able to basically train and get his body to like the peak human potential. So he's like as strong as you could be as a natural human. And then he has the nanotech on top of that.
No, I think that's actually very cool. I dig that a lot. And I love your character designs that I've seen so far.
Thank you.
Very nice. We actually have way more people popping in here. We got Henry Bemis is in here. We got Angela is in here. Figure drawing actually went to Urban Dictionary to let us know what Lala means, which is actually fantastic. Thank you for that figure drawing. Chonko is in the house. What's up, guys? So yeah, if you guys are just joining us, we're talking to Noah here. And Noah streams. He's an artist. Or you might want to make fun of Noah this stream. Listen, we're here for serious comic Noah, but yes, you can also make fun of him at the same time. Yes, a carry-all suit, if you will. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yep. But like, it's cool because it can be damaged. That's the thing. It's not. It's not like an infinite power source, and that comes into play in the first one.
Oh, okay. I like that. Yeah. And yeah, Angela, I too had no idea what this book was about and just made him explain it because as you have been in his chats as much as I have, and we've only heard about his dating history up to this point. So
yeah.
Nano pouches, yes. This better be good. Listen, it sounds really good. Do I need a translator? No, I know all of the lingo. Yes, thank you very much for dropping that again, Henry. Thank you. Let's see. Yeah, no. Let's see. You're gonna go back? No, you can stay here and chill. It's all fun. Yes. Nanny tech pouches. Oh my gosh. No, it's not about nanny tech pouches. Do I have Riz? Listen, my Riz is not in question here.
Angela's trying to derail the stream and turn it into Noah and Jason.
Real. Oh, yes, that's right. But yeah, no, we're going over this. I really like your design work. I really do. And I love that you said the backstory of this character. Now I understand it more because when you're seeing the different colors from the different books, the different weaponry. So that actually makes way more sense. And I think that's actually pretty neat.
Yeah, and that gets explained in the book. There's a scene where Maverix goes up against a certain thing, and his suit kind of evolves in the moment to allow him to better fight that thing. So that's why he gets, like, if you go back to the new cover,
is that this one?
Yeah. So actually, if you go to the variant cover, you can see what I'm going to talk about better.
This one?
So you see how his fist is like now black and it has like those silver knuckles.
Yes.
So that's actually like a reinforced grip because he's fighting against mutants and their skin is so rough and stuff that he needed extra like padding and extra grip. And then he actually has like essentially brass knuckles now built into his glove because again he's fighting against these mutants. And so like that was something that evolved. Also, you'll notice, I don't know what you call it, maybe you know, like his cowl like collar type thing.
This part.
Yeah. So that also changed from Decimation because it okay, so the mutants have like these claws, right? And so
yeah, we can see that here.
Yeah, and so kind of like a bear, right? If they're going to attack you, they're going to go for your throat, right? They're going to try and claw your throat out. So Aid in the middle of like a battle actually adjusted Maverix's suit so the collar, instead of like kind of sticking out and not really protecting it, it's now essentially an extra barrier in between the mutant and Maverix's throat. So that's like, so even that gets explained, you know?
Yes, and Shelby is letting me know that Fupa is not Riz. Well, damn, first of all, but you know, it can be. You don't know. You have no idea. Damn. Full Rizzle. Yes. Oh my god. Let's see. Imagine what funny it would be if Noah uses. Oh my gosh. Yes. No, that's okay. Listen, there will be an updated stream tomorrow, which hopefully we will get more action on as well. But no, I'm very much hoping that you do way more art streams because to me that's fascinating. I love the dynamic of you and then talking to Shelby and Jay, but also trying to figure out panel work in your head. So it's very cool to see.
Yeah, it's exhausting. You know what I'm saying?
Don't worry, it's exhausting for us chat as well.
You know, because you got people, you know, chiming in with advice, which is great, but then you gotta figure out if it's real advice, if it's valid, if it's somebody just, you know, yanking your chain.
That's right.
You gotta do that while you gotta try and figure out what you want to do because you actually have to live with the page, you know. And so it kind of takes a lot out of you, you know. So it's like, you know, but maybe I will do more art streams, you know, especially when I start work on the next one. I might start doing that.
Yeah, because you could do shorter, smaller ones, and even what you can do is, I don't know how you're streaming, if you're streaming through StreamYard or
StreamYard
or whatever. After your thing, just go in there and clip out the art bits in case it, gets all wild and ridiculous. You just go clip them out. It's super easy to do that and just make those little real things. So I think that'd be quite helpful for people, especially when they're trying to learn about Mavericks. So we could get that out there. And apparently that last 6-hour page breakdown stream with the mirror and the giant motorcycle made Jay never want to stream again. Dang.
Listen, I'm not going to get into the details, but I'll have Jay know, since this came up in conversation, that a certain somebody was impressed with my mirror shot. So
oh my.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that happened.
Henry is saying that we give earnest advice at least 50% of the time. Facts.
Yeah.
The stream gave Shelby a sinus headache. Oh, man. I also like how many people were trying to redraw that panel.
It was fun.
So it got people to do art. So suck that, everybody. Yeah. But no, this is cool work. So this is all the pages that we're seeing here. This is from volume 2.
Yeah, but those aren't the ones that are going to be in the book.
That's fine.
Because I updated the colors. So
okay.
I didn't want to change the campaign page because I wasn't sure if that would irritate people if they go, oh, well, this page was on the campaign and now, you switch the colors on the campaign. So I wasn't sure. So I just left the old ones up. But if you full screen me, I can show you
super full screen,
the printed page.
Yeah, so, here. Make you here. Let me make you the ultra big. One, here, let me make you ultra big. There we go.
Here's how the first one.
Yeah, so that's the one I was kind of just showing up there. Yeah.
Yep. And then let me show you this one. This one I updated the colors on a little bit.
Oh yeah, the colors are way more vibrant.
Yeah, exactly. I bumped them up. And here, let's see. Here is that double page spread. Yeah. So if you go from this and then you pull up the one on the campaign page, you can see I entirely recolored it because I learned a lot about coloring when I was doing this book.
Yes.
So
here, let me show you. Yeah, show some more of the interior pages up because this is your proof copy that you got.
Yeah.
Yes. Is this the one that got fixed or is that the one you're still waiting on the final?
This is the fixed one. So this is what it's going to look like when it gets printed. Except this doesn't have a UV coating on it because that would have taken longer to get the proof copy. But the one that you get will have a UV coating, a UV gloss coating. But this is the infamous double page spread with all of the blades of grass. But it printed out really, really well.
What's up, some person? No, it looks fantastic. Here, let me take this off of here so we can really look at this. You did a really good job on the coloring. I think you really enhanced the artwork that you had going on here. I remember you just drawing the grass on this page.
I'm really happy with how the flames turned out.
Yeah.
It
looks very clear. You could actually, it looks really legible. So that's amazing.
Yeah.
Let's see.
What can I show you? What can I show you?
Shelby wants to know how you decided on the color scheme, the rim lights and used effects. Well, I was assuming that you guys talked to him about it. And Henry Bemis is saying that the book actually looks like it came out nice. Yeah, it looks really good.
Thank you.
Kelly wanted to know, did you print with Wellspring, Comics Wellspring?
Yeah. And I know I said there was difficulty with printing, but that was only because I was making special requests because I wanted it to be completely full bleed. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Whoops. hold on.
It's okay.
Hold on. All right, here. I don't want to spoil it. Look. Okay.
Well, yeah.
So if you notice, there is no white at all in the middle of the book. Right? It wasn't like that when they just print it how you print a normal book. There was a small, tiny sliver of white. And you could really see it when you got to the middle pages. And normally that's not really an issue, but I specifically made my pages with extra artwork to get lost in that spot, beyond because obviously you have the general safe zone, but then even beyond that, I made extra art, so I planned for art to get lost in it. And then
Yeah.
The normal way how you print it, you don't want that art to get lost in it. And they normally add a little bit of white in there. So the difficulty with that, and why I was back and forth, was because I was trying to explain how I wanted it to get printed. And then we noticed something weird that was happening with the double page spreads. And so we had to like fix that. But I'm saying all this to say that I'm very happy with the, service that they're giving me. I would recommend them,
Oh yeah, they're good people. I don't know if you hang with them too well, but they actually have a YouTube channel and they invite their creators that print with them onto the YouTube to talk about their books. But they also do I think it's Wednesdays. They do the spilled ink where they actually have the artists on that print with them and they do art and stuff. Yeah, they're good peeps. Because Comics Wellspring is like not even 30 minutes from my house.
Yeah, they're very helpful.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you guys are thinking about even printing or you do have printers, I would say just shop around. But if you call them and be like, hey, this is my first time I'm printing with somebody, they will spend hours with you on the phone and go over whatever you need. File formats. They'll go over and sit down with all that stuff. So, no, it looks really good. Look at this back
guy I drew. I was very happy with how his face came out in that one.
Oh, snap.
Wait, I gotta show you this page. I have him sitting with an ingrown, infected toenail. And
yeah, we gotta see that. But Shelby says, hold it away from the screen. The wind blew his hat off. Oh no, that's hard to do. Oh dang!
I got the pus and like the blood coming out of the toenail. And he was sitting there eating potato chips. Right, the guy comes in, gets startled, and then the guy's so stupid. Dang. He goes to pick up the bag and he spills the beer.
Oh no!
On himself.
How terrible. And Jay says he remembers coloring that page. Oh snap!
What, Jay? Stop making up lies. Gotta keep it real in these streets.
Oh damn!
You know what I'm saying?
And we're apparently getting Shelby extremely drunk tonight. Yeah. Oh, what's up, Ozzy? How are you doing?
Hold on, let's see. Can I show this? Well, I'm not gonna show.
Shelby will be yelling in the streets before the stream is. That's fair. Yeah, so everybody's coming in here. We're talking to Noah here, and we're going over your campaign page for Maverix.
Oh, I can show you this. Look, here's the back cover. I did a cool spot illustration for that.
Yeah.
Also, look.
I like the coloring on there, but I also like the fonts because sometimes with the black background with color fonts, it's hard to read, but the blue looks like it's nice and legible.
Thank you. Yeah, and look, I upgraded my books. I got ISBN numbers now.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, I'm actually listed on like Bowker's website or something like that. I forget what it is.
Nice.
But yeah, pretty cool.
Oh, what's up, Cran? How you doing?
Let's see. Yeah, I think the rest would give stuff away or show like cool moments, I'm trying to see what I could okay.
I would like to see Jay.
Look, I would like to here's see how
I remember this
face.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I'm trying to cover the dialogue because it's
okay.
Look, that's how that turned out. If you remember that from the stream.
I do remember. Listen, I remember you doing that one, drawing it, and then coloring it, and getting advice from all the dudes on how to add highlights and things.
Like all these guys had all these opinions to give about man's mouth. It's weird.
Yeah.
Oh, look.
Grant says that's awesome. It looks really good. Yes.
Thank you. Look, here is Shelby.
You had Shelby in your book?
Yeah. Nice. I got him in the hospital.
You got him in the hospital. Oh, my. Yeah. Oh, no. Shelby wants to show you one of the dead girlfriends. No.
There is a girl who dies in here, but I don't have the dead girlfriend.
No, that's a different one.
Yeah.
Oh, you can use that, Noah, according to some person. Go, hey, babe, I got my own ISBN.
Yeah, a lot of these people don't have ISBNs. Here was one I did on stream a while ago.
Yeah. No, I really like your color work.
Thank you.
I love the way that you blended the colors. Looks really good.
Yeah. Oh, this is like one of my favorite shots. Okay, this is the last one I'm showing. This panel here with Kirbishi. So he's like the mentor character to Maverix. But I like the way how the layout came out and like the glow thing. Yeah, because he can like teleport stuff. And he also, I forget, I think it's called telekinesis. What's it called when you can like talk to people in their mind? Like You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, like ESP.
Yeah. But is that telekinesis, or is that when you move stuff with your mind?
Well, telekinesis is when you move stuff with your mind, so it's more like psychic, but ESP, I believe. Is that what it is? Oh,
Okay.
Telepathy, that one.
Yeah.
That's the one.
He's got that.
Yes. Yeah, okay. All right, listen to all these smart people in here. And Jay said, "Show me those lips again of that one guy." I remember this. I remember this. I remember this conversation.
We're not going back into that conversation because then I was gonna leave it, but then they ruined it for me.
Oh,
so I was like, okay, I can't print it and leave it that way. So I had to go in and try and fix it.
Oh, yeah.
So we hit some stretch goals. I just got this in like yesterday. So you get little NTM Comics holographic sticker, your order. I got this in. You get a Kpop inch trading card.
Ooh, okay.
With info on the back. All the trading cards in this campaign are like a specific, it's like a series or like a set. So here's the Portenter, who's basically, he's like the Darth Vader.
Very cool design. I like that.
Yeah, thanks.
Helmet.
Yeah. This mark is like very important to the plot and stuff. There's a lot of lore behind it and behind the thing he wears on the chain. And then, you know, I got the, and like it's all made to like be the same format and stuff. So it looks like a real like trading card set.
Yeah.
There's also a Maverix one, but my mom cleaned my room. And so my dad moved the box so she wouldn't damage the stuff.
Well, that's good. That's good. Yeah, wait here. While you're doing that, I'm going to show more of your campaign page off. And apparently Noah has never read an X-Men comic. What? Yeah, nice silhouette of Noah drawing foliage on your sticker there. Everyone needs that as a trademark / historic moment. Yeah, trading cards. Let's go. Let's see. Thank you very much for continually dropping the links here. Thank you. So, apparently, you're going to end up, you'll be able to afford a bigger Rocky poster one of these days. That's right.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
Angela is listening while doing taxes. Let's go.
That's the problem. Here, I found it. So, and then here's the free.
Wait. Let me put you back. There you go.
Here's the free Maverix trading card that you'll get.
Oh, that looks really good.
Yeah, thanks. So this is the first one in this series, and then Kpishi's the second, Portenter's the third. You'll also get a free Jim Lee Death Blow like pull-out poster homage mini print. Okay. So all that stuff I just showed you comes free with like any order as the stretch goals.
Yeah, because you already crushed all your stretch goals, which is very good. Let's see. There's so much wrong. Listen,
no, it's not my fault, Beams. It's not my fault. I went to school and I got an emergency text from my dad saying your mother is trying to clean your room. So I didn't ask for it.
It just happened.
Yeah.
That's okay. X-Men comics are cheap. Listen, you can still find a whole hunk of them in the cheap bins, which are fantastic because, you know, I grew up bin hunting X-Men comics. Yeah, your mini posters, your stickers, and your cards look absolutely fantastic. They look good.
Thank you.
Oh, what's up, P? What's up? If you are just joining us, we're talking to Noah here. We're going over his campaign for Maverix, which I'm going to get back to you showing your campaign over here. Because this is the one that you were showing earlier. Yeah, you could see the colors are a little bit more dull compared to the ones that you had over there, which I think they look way better printed. So that looks amazing.
Yeah, and like here, I was going for a smoother rendering style. Whereas if you see the coloring style I ended up going with in the printed book, it's a lot of harder cuts and stuff. So it's kind of like a more sharper image, you know?
Nice.
It doesn't look as airbrushed.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah. No, everything that I've seen so far that you showed in the actual printed book looks really well done. So
thank you.
Shout out to you. And yes, Jay says he likes that your dad is looking out for you. I think that's a homie for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Let's see. Yep, you like that angle? Yeah, no, it's very cool.
Thank you.
You're doing a great job in this. It's fantastic. So What kind of got you into wanting to do art in the first place? What were you like? Were you always into comics and stuff, or you just like doodling?
So there was some I liked doodling and stuff. We had like a lot of paints and crayons and stuff like that when I was little. I remember doing that with my sister, and then we used to like get a huge sheet of paper, and then she'd work on like one half of it, I'd work on the other. And then eventually she didn't care to do it anymore, and I still wanted to do it, and she wouldn't do it with me, so I just did it by myself. And then I started like drawing characters, I remember, because she used to draw like houses, and I'd like try and draw like a guy or something, right? And so I remember that. So then I got into like cartooning or whatever you want to call it, because there was a guy I knew who used to make like these comic strips for fun, and I'm like 6 and he's like in his 40s, so I thought it looked like very professional and stuff. So that kind of made a big impression, because it was like, oh, somebody I know is doing this thing. So I used to try and like make my own cartoon characters like what he was doing, and he gave me some encouragement and stuff. So that kind of kept me going for a little bit. And then I got into writing. I remember specifically, well, actually, okay, so for whatever reason, I tried writing like some supernova thing when I was like 9. Not even 9, like, wait, maybe 9. Yeah, something like that. And then that was like super boring or whatever. And then I started getting into like the superhero films beyond Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man, Christopher Reeve, Superman, and Christian Bale, Batman. So I used to watch those when I was like very, very little. But then I started to get into the Marvel stuff, and I became a very big Captain America fan, right?
Okay.
And so I used to watch those movies and stuff, and then I was writing like my own short stories. And I remember I did some ripoff of the Terminator where it was called The Captain. It was like, I don't know, like a 12-page thing. And now that I think about the plot of it, there were like certain like tropes or whatever that actually were in Decimation. Like there's stuff with like caves. That seems to be something that I like, like hideouts in caves. So that I can remember that being in that short story. But anyway, so I was doing short stories and stuff, but then I was getting bored by all the words and stuff because it was kind of lame. And I knew I couldn't make movies because it's like, well, I'm 10. How am I going to make movies? Okay. And then picture books are for babies, right? I'm a grown-up 10-year-old, so I'm not doing picture books. And then I had some comics from an older cousin, specifically the first issue of Hush. I had 2 copies of it. It was some special edition, and I ended up ruining it because how it has that one splash page of Poison Ivy at the end of the first issue, like Batman 608. It's got like this huge shot, and I was like, oh, this lady's like half naked. I don't want to get in trouble for looking at this. So I took duct tape.
Oh no.
And I taped over the page, and now I'm, kicking myself because I damaged like a special edition of Batman 608. But anyway, so I knew comic books existed from that. I had like some weird Spider-Man trades. Like they weren't printed normal comic book size. They were almost printed like pocket size.
Okay. Yeah.
And so I had those. So I knew comics existed. And at the same time of this, I started to have beef with some guy at like this school thing.
Besides Todd McFarlane.
Yeah. So this guy, he used to make his own comics. There's like a whole group of these kids, but this one guy in specific who I had beef with. And he didn't have class with my best friends, but my best friends would go and hang over with him during lunch. And this guy would put them in his book. Like his character was called Super whatever. And then he'd put my friends in, right? But I didn't want to go over and ask to be put in. I didn't want to go over and like befriend him. So I used to kind of watch from afar, And then there was like some other kids who were doing it, but I thought they were weird. I didn't want to talk to them. So I didn't. But then this was at the same time of me getting bored of the short stories. So then I decided that I'd make comics. And then because of that guy, I decided I'd make comics that were better than his, because he did his on like lined paper and it was penciled and it looked really crappy. Like it didn't look close to being professional. So I decided I would try and make professional looking comics. So that's what got me into comics.
Wow. So all these times you got into comics is basically out of spite.
Yeah. Well, I'm very competitive, you know.
Like, I like this. It's fuel. It's getting
because it's kind of weird because like I either don't care about something at all, or if I care about like the tiniest bit, then I'm gonna get competitive about it. You know.
I like that. No, that keeps you on your toes and it makes you want to keep evolving as an artist and making things better. So I think that is kind of good. And Shelby here, listen, he says he's going to put Noah in a hospital scene in one of his books with bright, puffy lips. Dang.
Nah.
As a Noah-nator. That's right.
Yeah.
Go for it. And it's got people talking about taxes. This is great.
Yeah.
Scholastic Book Fair editions. Yeah, they could be like little pocket digests. I used to have a whole ton of those back in the day.
I gave them away, unfortunately. I shouldn't have given them away.
Yeah, I gave away a lot of my children's books type stuff when I was younger. But I have all my comics, though. Like, I have my phone. Yeah, Kran saying bummer about that Poison Ivy page.
Yeah, because I don't know if anybody in chat knows what I'm talking about, but there's a special edition of that first issue, and it doesn't have a back cover. The back cover is the Poison Ivy page.
Ooh, hot.
And so, you know, it wasn't like, oh, I could just like leave it on the inside of the book and like ignore it. No, it was like on the outside. I didn't want to get yelled at for having it on my desk or something.
Oh, okay.
And I had 2 copies, and I lost the one copy because I only duct taped one of them.
Well, as your cousin probably took it back, and he was like, "No, I'm taking the fresh one, son. That's what's happening." Yeah, you had beef from day one. Yeah, Noah's entire comic career is based on spite. No, I like this. I like that you're outdoing half the people in chat, by the way. Just based on spite for Todd McFarlane, which is fantastic. Yes, the man was Todd McFarlane who time traveled. Oh,
nah, he wasn't that good. He's still not that good. It was funny. Eventually I started to. So I was desperate to have people to like work on comics with because I wasn't online at all, right?
Yeah.
So I tried to force my friends to do it. And I remember I actually have a notebook in here with like a sheet of paper where I was assigning people different jobs. Like some guy, I made him be the printer. He never printed anything. I was like, hey, you want to be the printer? I'll pay you 5 cents per sale. I even made up fake contracts and had people sign them.
Oh, dang.
And stuff. And yeah, but anyway, so I was like desperate to get people to like be involved. And then, right, like I said, I'm a big McFarlane fan. And McFarlane had a legendary collaboration with Greg Capullo. Okay, Capullo quickly became one of my favorites. He's not anymore, but he was like probably like top 1 or 2 for like, I don't know, 3 years, something like that.
Okay.
So I'd hear stories of Greg Capullo talking about, oh yeah, I got on the phone with Todd, and you know, he just told me, oh, you know, give me 3 pages of Sam and Twitch, you know, under a bridge. They're going to be talking about blah 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 blah, you know, and stuff like that. And so I was like, well, I want to have somebody to do that with, you know. And also I got tired of having my name be the only name in the credits because I thought it made it look less professional. Because if I looked at like a Marvel book, right, you got at least like 5 names in there, right?
Yeah.
And then mine just had mine. So I want to get more people. So anyway, I started to try and find people at school that I could force to do it. And I eventually got over my beef with that guy and started trying to teach him how to draw. And then we'd like work on stuff. Okay. But then it turned out that my instincts were correct. And the guy was like, you know, kind of whacked out. So it was funny because like for like a few years, the beef was gone, you know, and we were actually like working on comics. It was kind of fun.
The beef was gone. Dang. Isn't that what happened to one of Shelby's favorite Taco Bell items? They
No, that's Jason's favorite.
Oh,
Shelby doesn't think it exists. The Bell Beefer.
The Bell Beefer, yeah, dang. And apparently you're looking for that special gal to reject you then you can spitefully launch your next lucrative digital comics platform. Dang.
Nah.
Spite is strong with this one. You're already creating a ton of stuff. Yeah. What's up, A1? How are you doing? Yes, Noah is here.
Yeah.
The mustache fooled you. Nice disguise.
Listen, dang. My mustache is very influential. Okay. People at school are starting to copy me. You know.
Oh wow. Yeah. Dang. We lost incredible. Shelby to his shower, but he's taking his drinks with him. Oh dang. And we still have a lot more tax talking in here. Let's go. Oh, let's go ahead and say, you've torn up thousands of dollars worth of comics before. What internal issues? Could have just sold a bad idea. Oh man, that's heart wrenching. Hopefully, it wasn't anything super amazing in there. So, is Jay a paid hostage? What?
No, Jay is a hostage because I fix all of his pages for him. You know.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You are his mentor.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yes. I can see that happening. That's right.
I was only obligated to pay them I think it was 10 cents. And I don't think I ever
very
did.
Below minimum wage. Nice.
Yeah.
Each page has hair from his friend.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Materia? How are you doing?
Yo, what's up?
I'm gonna drop the link one more time. I don't know when that was last pasted in there, but that way go to all the platforms. Yes, go check this out because we're 3 away from getting you to 200, which is fantastic.
Yeah,
I'm so excited about that. So you go down here, but yeah, go back over here to your thing. And do you want me to play your trailer? If you do, I'll have to unplug.
You could if you want to.
Okay, I think I can. Not a big deal. Unplug. So what's gonna happen is it could mute me, could kick me off the stream, and it could do nothing. So let's find out. Pro stream here. All right, can you still hear me? Or
yes.
Did I get muted?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Perfect. All right. You can hear yourself too now, but that's okay. We'll be in here in a hot second. That go like that. Ow! Just said pause. Go get out of here. Make that larger. There we go. Okay, it's 20 seconds. We can watch this. Let's go.
New from NTM Comics, a 60+ page superhero fantasy graphic novel installment telling the story of a man fighting a world to protect ours. Back, Maverix Volume 2, Judgment of Doom today.
Nice.
Look at that. Look, I got all the legalities in there. 16-year-old, Noah wasn't messing around with the legalities.
You were not. You were getting in there and getting that done. Very nice, Taylor. Nice voiceover.
Yeah, I did it at I think it was 2 a.m. in the basement before the day that I was supposed to launch it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I forgot why I didn't do it earlier. I don't know why I waited that long to do it.
It's okay. Listen, you got it on there. It's on there. And then when the next one comes out, it'll just be even longer, and you'll have way more experience making trailers and things.
Oh, well, okay. So about the length, my first trailer, I want to make it into a real trailer, right? I was 15 then. I was enlisting my friends. One guy decided not to record his lines at the last minute, so then I had to go and do it. But anyway, it was a minute and 30-second long trailer, but it was very cringe, after the fact.
Yeah.
So I decided I would not make a long trailer that would be embarrassing to listen to for, that long. So I was like, okay, I'm going to make a short thing that could be played on streams in and out,
Nice. Let's see. Noah, yeah, your voice is much deeper now. And then some person wants to know, did you play that guitar?
Yeah.
Listen, put that in the thing. So you played that guitar and it was in there.
Yeah, I should.
Yeah, you should. Give yourself credit for
How many other people are playing guitar in their trailers? You know what I'm saying?
Not many.
Is Todd McFarlane playing guitar in his trailers?
Listen, you have one the Toddy Mac one more time. It's fantastic. Because Materia just popped in here. Can you give a little bit more of a description again about what Maverix is?
Yeah. So
we have way more people now. So
yes, it's a fantasy superhero comic book. It's got a little bit of sci-fi in there, but it's the story of a man fighting a world to save ours. So it's an installment and a multi-volume story arc. Okay, and after the events of the first book, Maverix Decimation, Maverix Okay, he's our hero. He's all torn up because his girlfriend tragically died in a kind of brutal way in Volume 1. And he comes back to Earth and he finds that he actually failed. He didn't accomplish what he thought he accomplished. And the mutants that he thought he killed are still alive. And they've been tearing his city apart for who knows how long. He doesn't really know how long he's been out of it. Okay.
Interesting. Yes.
So while he's kind of dealing with that and trying to, get his footing, there's this galactic conqueror, right? Like a mastermind who's been manipulating all these previous events to his benefit, right? He's like a master strategist, okay? While he has this broader goal of conquering, everybody in the galaxy, because he's like an egomaniac. He just wants power no matter what. He'll betray anybody. He'll do anything. He doesn't care. Okay, he wants what he wants and he's going to get it. He's made it his focus at this moment in time to annihilate Mavericks' will to live, right? Because Mavericks' legacy, due to the stuff that happened in the first 10 issues, which aren't for sale anymore, I might collect them and put them for sale. But due to the events in that, Mavericks' kind of legacy as this very powerful person, this very powerful hero, has spread throughout the galaxy. So everybody kind of respects him. Everybody looks up to him, right? So if he's made to look like a fool, right, and killed, these people aren't going to want to fight the bad guy because they're going to go, well, look what he did to Mavericks, this supposedly great hero, this generational hero. What's the chance of us surviving against this guy? We might as well not even fight. It's not worth it. Just let the guy conquer us. So that's the bad guy's plan. And yeah, so like I said, it's a multi-volume story arc. This is going to get wrapped up. I'm planning to wrap it up in Volume 4. I don't know. Something could happen where maybe it goes to Volume 5, but I'm thinking of it being like a 4-issue, story arc. Volume 2 is 60 plus color pages. Volume 1 is 76. It's even
wow,
bigger. And I have the second printing available for Volume 1. Obviously, Volume 2 is the first printing because I'm crowdfunding it. Yeah.
Nice. Apparently, Jay says he's like Mavericks in that way. Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. And then, where do giant robots come in?
Volume 3.
Volume 3. Sweet.
Yeah.
A1 wants to know: is the mastermind the Shell Bean? Oh,
maybe.
We don't know yet. Got to get to Volume 5 possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. I want to go over your tiers real quick so we can go over these and check these out. So if you want the Volume 2, the main cover, which is this one right here, you can get that one. It's $25. And it ships to many locations, so that's awesome. So you're going to be shipping in April. It looks like.
Yep.
Very nice. Very nice. And you said this is how many pages was this?
Technically, it is 64 story pages.
Oh, okay.
So
nice. So yeah, so for $25, you're getting over 60 pages of actual story. That's amazing. And then if you want the variant cover, which is this one right here, he's looking really very badass with the chain work, and you can see some of the cityscape. I like the way you do your study billings. They're really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. So also for $25, you can get that as well. And let's see if you want catch up. So you get what comes in the catch up tier?
So you get the main cover of Volume 2 and the second printing of Volume 1.
Oh, okay.
And you get it at a little bit of a discount. Also, it should be said, everything on this campaign is cheaper than it will be when it's off the campaign.
Oh,
so
okay.
Everything's getting marked up after the campaign. So I like to give people a little bit of a deal for helping me make the book. So after the fact, it's not going to be, $25.
Okay.
There might be a sale or something. Point. Yeah, there might be a sale or something at some point that knocks it to 25. But I don't see myself ever lowering it past 25.
Okay. No, that's a very good price point. I don't know what shipping is because it's an Indiegogo.
It is $10 domestic.
Okay.
And then Canada's like, I don't know, 25, something like that. Same with like Australia. That's
actually good.
Yeah, I didn't put every country in there, But I've done this before. There's some guy in like Singapore. I didn't put Singapore down. So I made him a secret tier with shipping specifically for Singapore. Because once somebody backs a tier, you can't edit it. You can't add extra shipping, like extra places or whatever. So I had to make a special perk just for him. So that is something that I can do, for somebody who's international.
Yeah, because I have pretty much everybody in all the ranges of the countries on here that watch these things. So if you are doing that and it doesn't ship to you, reach out to Noah. What would be the best way to contact you?
Twitter, or you could, email me ntmbusiness05@gmail.com.
I think that might actually be on your campaign page as well, but I'm going to drop your Twitter link right now so that it's in there.
Yeah.
And then I'm also going to drop the link to your YouTube channel because you are going to be possibly doing way more streams, but you're supposed to be streaming tomorrow with what I'm hearing.
Yep. Probably tomorrow at like 11:30 or midnight EST.
Okay. Yes, that's also true. They need the maple syrup tariffs on us. That's okay. It comes out here. But yes, click on this link here and that'll take you to the campaign page that we're going over right now for Maverix 2. Which you can get the catch-up tier here, which is actually $48. A little bit of a discount. You're getting that for 2 giant volumes because you said the other one was like 76 pages.
Yeah, it was 76.
It's awesome. Looks like a lot of people like actually claimed that one. So
that's the most popular one.
Nice. I love that. And then down here, if you want both covers for issue 2, you're going to get the regular cover here, and then you're going to get the variant cover right here. Very nice. So that's $48. So it looks like 2 issues. You're getting $48. Very cool. That's good thing.
And then you can also get all 3 of them. So
very nice. It's business time. Yeah. So if you want to get both of them plus that, nice. That's a cool.
It should be said at checkout. I do have some add-ons. You can get a original art sketch. Actually, let me show you what they're looking like because I've been having to try and knock them out.
Here, let me make you giant.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me find them. So I'm trying to make everyone kind of different from each other.
Yeah, maybe you should add that on your front page as a tier because I don't think people realize you could add that as an add-on.
Yeah. So like, here's one I did, and it's like the bait horn.
Oh, okay.
Right.
What is that? Like 5x7 almost?
I think that's exactly it. Yeah. It's like 5x7, something like that. I have the measurement on the add-on, but like it's all like kind of a similar pose, but I'm trying to make it different.
No, you're just trying to get some original art stuff out there. I get it.
Yeah. And like I'm not light boxing it or something like that. It's all hand drawn every time.
Dude, I would totally add that as a tier on your front page.
Yeah. But then like you get extra shipping for it. If you get it as the add-on, it just combines it with like your order. That was my thinking behind it.
Yeah, but people, if you don't, it doesn't even have a place on your campaign page where you can.
So you mean basically like put it, like let people know about it?
Yeah, I would do that, but I would also just add a tier because you could do like one of the books, and then an art tier on there as well.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I think it is because you're just going to be in your final. Because once you're going to printing this month, so you're going to be leaving it up still in demand after that. How long is this campaign going to be up?
I don't know. I've been trying to think about it. I'm not sure. Okay. I don't imagine keeping it up for very much longer after it ships. I do want to have it up while I ship because you tend to get an influx of backers who are like kind of waiting.
Definitely.
And then they hear, it's coming out. Let me go back it. So I'll probably leave it up through fulfillment.
Okay. Which you're going to be fulfilling this month anyway. So sometime between now and May, it could be going down for that because we don't know how long books in Canada are going to be stuck there. So they're on the way because Jay can let them go. High contract. We want to show more of the actual prints that you have?
Oh, like the
show the comic a little bit more because you just got that. Well, you can show that. That is the print from one of your stretch goals.
Yep. So everybody gets this for free. Everybody gets a holographic sticker for free. I'm actually really happy with how this came out.
They look very shiny. They look nice.
Yeah, and it's great because the order was over $100, so the company sent me a bottle of hot sauce. Believe it or not. You also get 3 trading cards. They're all designed to be like kind of uniform, so it looks like it's from a series.
Yeah, they sound like they're good quality too. Like they sound like they're like, not like flimsy.
Yeah. It's like I think it's like 16 point.
Okay.
It's actually really cool because what I did was I had them put a extra like gloss on the front.
Yeah.
So you see how shiny it is? But then on the back, it's still gloss paper, but it doesn't have a gloss coating.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little bit rougher, so it kind of has like this cool feel to it.
Yeah. I like textured things. I'm very big on that with art too. Like when you get original art pieces and you can feel like the weird layers of art on there.
Yeah.
I love that.
So everybody gets that for free with their order. And then I guess I'll show you some stuff with the book.
Yeah.
Here's like the proof copy, right? This does not have the UV coating on it that your book will have. But
nice.
Let's see. Like here's so the pages got updated from the campaign page. So if you look at those, the colors got touched up.
Yeah.
They're a lot more vibrant, more high contrast, more interesting color choices, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what Michael was saying. Great high contrast stuff. I think what you did from the update on the art looks it really makes it poppin'. So no, that looks fantastic.
Thank you.
And
here's like
they are sweet extras.
Look, I like how that face turned out.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah.
And Jay saying that is a great idea, Noah. Yes. And listen, I know people that just go and buy the original art tiers. More, they want to get those first, but so that's why I always see people trying to buy the art tiers.
I'm playing with the idea of selling some of the pages.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I will or not.
Aaron says looks great. Yeah, I think that one's one of my favorite pages that I've seen you do. And considering how long I've known you took to make that page, no, it looks fantastic.
It was a very tedious thing. Like if I actually timed how much time I spent on it, it wasn't like as long as the time actually passed from the date that I started to the date I ended it. But it's like, I do 2 inches of the grass and then I wouldn't touch it for like a week or like 2 weeks, because it's just so it was mind numbing, especially
you have to change it up. Yeah.
I was trying to pay attention to actually draw blades of grass. So, okay, this one overlaps this one and the wind's blowing it. And then, you got to switch it up. And then, there's going to be, leaves sitting on top of the grass. And then, now I need to do these trees below the hill, but there's also going to be grass there. And, and then, the city's being kind of torn apart by mutants. So I'm going to have, buildings on fire. I'm going to have broken windows. If you look over here,
super attention to detail on there. Nice.
There's buildings that are like destroyed and you can see the different floors, like the structure of it.
How dare those mutants?
Yeah. I'm telling you, they're horrible.
Let's see. Cran is saying great spread.
Thank you.
A1 says, whoa, it's infamous grass page. That's right.
Yeah.
Also, great quality paper stock. Yes, they do a great job on their paper.
It's like 80 pound. If I remember correctly, I went with 80 pound.
And apparently, those colors have some early Top Cow stuff. Fantastic stuff. Yes.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it.
Grassgate for sure.
Let's see. Where's another one I can show you?
No, it's not, but it does very much look like that's how that looked.
Yeah, it's like just a made up city.
Layered like a 7-layer dip with a secret 8th layer. Wow. Dang.
Yeah. Oh, here. Look, I like this one panel. Well, I like this page a lot, but I like this panel because, let's see.
Nice mustache and beard work.
Yeah. Okay. I like this one because this guy, right, his meeting gets interrupted and he's irritated. So I have him like, I like the attitude that came out with like his over exaggerated posture.
Nice. He definitely does not want to be there today.
Yeah.
Crane is saying you like the panel layout. Yeah.
Thank you.
It looks really good. So you are super close. Actually, I might go refresh the page, see where we're at. You are super close. Oh, no, you're at 198.
Oh shoot. Yeah. Thank you to whoever
198. Let's go.
That's awesome.
For anybody who's doing that. Yeah.
You're a G's whoever backed it.
Yeah. Straight up G's. What's up, Tate? How are you doing?
Oh, and then here's the back cover.
Well, yeah, I like the back cover because, like I said before, sometimes it's really hard to read colors that are on like a solid black, but they look bold enough that you can actually read them easily. So
yeah,
good job.
This was actually the last thing that I drew for the book. I drew it like in January.
Nice. Okay.
Actually, late January, early February, because I wanted to make sure I got this stuff done before my birthday, so I could say I made this book while I was a teenager, which is true. You know, I started when I was 16. Like, you know, wrapped up the artwork and the coloring and the lettering and the.
It is true because you finished all of it before you hit 20, which was just recently. So
yeah,
you did that.
I think only after I turned 20, I did a little bit of pre-press and then printing, but that doesn't count. You know, I drew it, wrote it, lettered it, colored it. I didn't have an editor.
Kudos to you.
Yeah, thank you.
Your dad helped a little bit in
Oh, he helped a lot. A lot.
I know. Your dad, to me, that is so amazing that your dad is so much kind of like helping you along the way in this journey, because he has been like your rock in all of this. And I love that I love that he is doing that for you.
Yeah. It's funny because he's not even into comics. That's the thing.
Really?
Yeah, he was never into comics. He was a baseball guy.
A baseball. Oh, nice. Yeah. Have you ever drawn him a baseball thing?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe I should.
You should. Listen, he's been helping you this entire time. Plus, he's taking the hit with the taxes. I think you owe him a baseball piece.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here, let me post this one more time.
He was a big Superman fan, though. Like, he liked the I don't know if you've seen it, but like the George Reeves Superman TV show.
Oh, that was always playing late nights on TV here. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a big fan of that and stuff. You know, Superman was his guy. Spider-Man was my guy.
Oh, nice. You could make a Superman play baseball. Boom.
Yeah.
Done. There you go. They can do that. Well, no, this has been a lot of fun getting to talk to you. I've wanted to know more about this book for a hot minute. So
yeah.
Thank you for coming on here. Yeah,
Absolutely.
we had a good time.
Thank you for having me on.
You got yourself some backers. You're 2 away from 200. So let's keep going because let's see. Your shipment is on the way to you. So you're going to be getting the books very, very soon. They've already passed the proof process. So you're getting that back.
Mm-hmm.
And then you already hit all your stretch goals. So sometime between now and May, they'll be shipped off to everybody. So we're just trying to get you a little bit more backers before you actually close this all up.
I've got like the Gemini mailers in house.
Nice.
It was funny. I had to get like these huge boxes and make multiple trips out of the post office stuff. So actually, the first time that I had to buy them, I bought bags and boards. Although I got them from BCW and their sizing was like a little bit off on the bags. So I have to go ahead and email them actually tonight.
Yes.
And get them to send me.
Very careful when you buy stuff from places that says Silver Age, because if Silver Age is your best bet on anything, because you have to be very careful. Because if you get something that says Silver/Modern, Silver/Current, they're going to be very smaller than actual silver size.
Right.
But if you get the silver size, they will fit.
Yeah, so I went with the silver, right? Like the regular silver, but it was a little bit too small. So he sent us like a test pack of the silver thick, like you know how they have like the regular and then the thick one, and that seems to work. So we gotta get them to send me more of that. It was funny. I ordered 7 packs, right? And they sent me 6, and on top of that, the sizing was off, but they didn't even send me the right number that I ordered.
You'll get it all taken care of.
It's just funny, I like talking about this stuff because it's all kind of new to me. I didn't fulfill the first campaign myself. I had somebody else fulfill it for me, so it's like the first time that I have to order bags and boards because I don't bag my own books that like I buy. They either come in a bag and board or they don't. And if they don't get bagged and boarded, So it's very interesting to do all the different steps now and see how it really kind of works.
Yeah. No, I think that's very, very important to creators when you're doing your own fulfillment is actually get in there and work on those kind of things, because I don't think people realize, first of all, the steps that it takes to get the right materials, first of all, just so you can go and do that. But I don't think people can put that into consideration too when some people don't do this when they're making their campaign pages. They don't add that in there. But yeah, you need to think about all this stuff.
It also takes a lot of time,
Yes.
At least for the first time doing it.
I have bagged and boarded many 100 stack of books over my lifetime. I know how long it takes me to put the boards into the bags and slide those in there. Let me tell you, it's an all-day process. Yeah. So, yeah.
Let me ask you this. Do you leave the board in the bag? Like, do you put the board in the bag and then you put the book? And when you take the book out, you only take the book out?
So it depends on the comic. I have some really old ones, and the older ones I will slide the board out.
Okay.
Otherwise, it'll rip and tear it. But if I'm just throwing some newer stuff in there, I'll just slide it in there because the glossier coat nowadays will just let me slide in there. But you have to be very careful of like older books. Like even in the 90s now, they're getting so brittle. Like when you put them in there, they will rip and tear stuff. So a lot of times I will take it with the bag and board to put the board in there because some of the stuff I've been collecting a lot more of the 60s and 70s stuff, and they're already dog-eared, ripped, and crushed up. So you got to be very careful. So I always, those ones for sure, lay it on the board and then slide it in because otherwise they just get wrecked. Yeah,
because I was wondering, because this was a conversation I was having earlier today, because I like to leave. I don't really like bags and boards with my own collection, just because I'm a lazy reader. I don't want to have to go through a hassle to read my book. And then if you have multiple books out, especially as an artist, you almost always have 3-5 books out on your desk, right? Now you've got them out of the bags and boards. You got to remember which one. It's like I said, I don't buy my own bags and boards, so some of them only have a bag because that was how I bought them. Right now, you gotta like remember which one went in what. It's a big pain in the neck. So like a lot of times, I don't really deal with the bags and boards. But if I do, what I do is I leave the board in it because I find it easier to put the book back in. But also I don't have to deal with it, right?
Yeah.
But then my dad was trying to figure out, and he like preferred taking the board out. I was like, okay. But I was like, I leave it in.
Careful. Some you need to be careful because they're so brittle, especially when you like get around like the 60s and 70s books. They are very delicate as is already, but you got to be very careful. So those ones I slide in and out on the board.
Yeah.
Just so I have chopped up. Yeah.
I actually have on my desk. I have this is probably like one of the oldest books I have that like I actually care about.
Oh, nice.
Where it's Fantastic Four. Was it 84? Right? And it was in pretty good. It was in pretty good condition, but the tape got stuck to the cover. I was taking it out, and if you look at Marvel, it tore like part of the cover off.
Tape is terrible. Never use clear tape here. This is what I've been rebagging and boarding my comic collection over the last year. I think I got about 90% of my comics done where they're all rebagged and boarded in the same bags and boards, same sizes and everything. I'm probably at 30 boxes of some comics right now, probably more, but I have more on my bookshelves and stuff.
Are those long boxes or short boxes?
No, short boxes. I'm down to one long box. I just don't like they take up way too much space for me. They're too long to put anywhere. So I got like 8 boxes in my closet. But what I've been finding more too is I like the floppies for certain issues, but I more like the trades or the hardcovers omnis that I could just grab off my shelf to look at, which I appreciate that a lot. But I'm kind of trying to downsize my collection to get rid of I have so many doubles. It's just randomness, and then I have so many things I have hardcovers editions for, but I'd rather have the hardcovers. So I'd rather probably just get rid of all those floppies just to save space because of how much I have collected over the years.
Yeah,
I'm into games and toys and some other stuff, so I need more space. So
I see some of like you collectors collections. I'm like, how do you have this much stuff? I'm like, oh, it's awesome. But I'm like,
I'll tell you
that
why.
took a lot of money. You know what I'm saying?
Not really. Not really. When I was your age and younger, when I would go back issue hunting in comics, first 3 years of free comic book day, one LCS was doing 25 comics back issues just to get them out of the store for the first 3 years.
What?
I almost completed my entire Image run of comics just based on that one store alone. And then when I was in the early 90s doing back issues, they were 10 or 20 for $1. And those were going into the 60s and 70s. So for 60s and 70s, that's what I was pulling out of back issue bins. That's how I filled up the most of my boxes. Yeah.
Man, that's busted. The amount of like Spawn comics I bought for like $5 or $7 is ridiculous. You know? But what I started to do, my LCS has like this discount warehouse that's like only open on some Saturdays. You have to follow their Instagram to find out if it's actually open. And they just have like all these long boxes, right? And it's like 25 cents or maybe 50 cents a book. Yeah, 50 cents a book. But if you get, fill up like, if it's 50 books, it drops to 25 cents. And if you get a long box, it's only $50. You know, stuff like that. Yeah. And so I've been going there and I've been finding like a lot of stuff that I normally wouldn't buy because, you know, I'd never heard of that title, or I'm not that big of a fan of the artist, so I'm not going to spend $2 on it. You know, like before that, I was buying McFarlane and Capullo at my shop. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like something that I knew I would like. Whereas with the discount warehouse thing, it's like, okay, 50 cents, I'll get this, but it takes so much time. Because I'm telling you, they have they said they have 50,000 comics in there.
Oh yeah,
and it might be true. You'll go through a long box. I'm not even joking. There'll be like this much of comics, all the same book with the same cover, and it's like some random image comic that like you've never heard of.
Oh, and then weird titles, the image books. Yeah, they're fun reads.
Yeah. And then you'll find like a Youngblood strike file right after that.
We gotta have Youngblood strike file, that double page, that flip book. Yeah. You need to have that in your lifetime.
Yeah.
For me, boards stay in the bag until rebag. Listen, you also got to rebag and board stuff along the way. But yeah, I removed all the clear tape because I noticed that it was getting stuck on things. I used painter's tape to close my bag and boards. But that's what I do. But that's how I know when I have changed it to the bag, because now it has the painter's tape. Right. So until then, I leave it with the regular tape until there. Listen, somebody who does not bag and board your books, you have like the weirdest dumb stuff happening in your boxes. Do not listen to him. Yeah. The tape is terrible. I know. Yeah. Exactly. Anytime I get a new something that I buy and it comes in, I immediately either fold the flat back on the tape, because a lot of the older ones have been in bags since 80s and 90s. You can't even take the tape off anymore. So I immediately open it and flip the tape down, just because I already know I'm going to rebag and board it. So I usually do that with all the books that I get coming in, but I haven't really bought anything in a hot minute. But my LCS has a really good, I have a whole bunch from around here, and I usually go help my friend out at for Comic Book Day. But they have their celebration sale, and they usually do super cheap back issue bins, and they'll do like the other bins that are like, like the $5 to $10 stuff for like half off. So that's the kind of stuff I like to go and find new books or new titles or fill in runs and things. But anytime I will go do that, I rebag and board those because they've just been in bag and board for so long. Yeah. And what's up, Sicko? I see you in here. It's shut up. You guys are S'mores. Yes, spinner racks are dope. You can't really find them too many places, but if you see them, grab them. Let's see. Listen. Yeah, very true. Listen. Yeah. We know this. So yeah, so many torn pages from tape. Oh, what's up, Glitch? How are you guys doing?
What's up?
Oh, from the Hump Day show. That's right. What's up? What's up, Rex? What's up, Glitch? How are you guys doing? I completely forgot it was Wednesday. Let me tell you. It felt like Friday yesterday.
Yeah. I was talking with somebody before this about how like I don't know like the passing of time anymore. I was like,
no,
because with all this back and forth with like getting stuff printed and stuff, it's like, did I do that 3 days ago, or was it like 2 weeks ago? You know?
Oh, time is a weird thing. I tell you, ever since lockdown, it has felt like Monday of 2020 every day. Yeah. So wait, listen, we're already in the middle of April 2025. That's insane to me. But yeah, let me drop the link one more time for this. So that's going to go to all the places, including Synchrotron, who is chilling with us on Twitch over there. So you click that, it'll take you to your page. And yeah, I dropped your links. Your Twitter is down below. Your YouTube is down below. So go follow him all the places, and you get all your updates from him. And let me refresh this just to see where we're at now. You're at 198 backers, and that's fabulous. So I'm glad. Any backer that comes in, it's amazing. So hopefully you get way more by the time you go and actually start shipping things.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Chemist? How are you doing? What's up, Arsenio?
How are you? So you like hardcover or like collected editions more than floppies?
So I think it's based on a space thing now.
Okay.
Is because when you get a book, which is interesting, like you were saying, you just kind of throw a book in a box now, and that box goes wherever you put it. The hard edition I have on my shelf, I can reach over and grab it. Plus, it looks a million times better on my shelf.
Right.
So I have been very much buying a lot of the volumes of like the Witchblade, the Cyberforce, all those when they come out, because I'd rather have those than the floppies now. Just because I have no more space, because I've been hoarding things 40 some years. There's just no space anymore. But I do like the way that they look. I like the dust jackets, and I like they usually come signed and stuff. So I'm very much liking those in the floppies, because I just don't have any space to put things anymore. So
yeah, I used to be a very big floppy fan, because I just like those are like, okay, the real comics to me, right? I was like, okay, I'm actually getting the thing that was made in the 90s or whatever. So like it felt like I was a part of how it actually came out, you know?
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
So but then, you know, it kind of, I was like, well, I could just get, you know, the Daredevil Man Without Fear trade in one shot, you know? And then it's like, okay, that's kind of cool. You know, it's like, or like, I remember I went to a con. It was like my first con, and he had like this 50-cent bin, right? I was going through it, and he kind of irritated me because it was kind of false advertising in a way. It was a 50-cent bin, right? Sabretooth issue number 2 by text.
Oh yeah.
All right, I'm taking that.
That was a good series, yeah.
And then I noticed in this box that was supposed to be 50 cents, there was a whole bunch of trades. I'm like, no way. Okay.
Yeah. How was that?
Okay, and like I forget which one it was. Let's see. Okay, some weird Dave Finch Avengers Disassemble thing. I'm like, wait, 50 cents? I'll take that. Then there was like, okay, this one was really cool. This X-Men Mutant Massacre. Yeah. This was pretty cool because it's got like Simonson. It's got John Romita Jr., who's like one of my favorites. It's got Alan Davis, right? So it's like 50 cents. I'll take that, right? So I'm starting to grab all these ones. Yeah. They even had, and this is like one of the coolest books I own, right? This X-Men Essential thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's cool because it's black and white. And it's got Silvestri in there. It's got Simonson, Rick Leonardi, and he's okay. He's not that great.
Yeah.
Who else? Yeah,
no,
so
I love those. Yeah.
Right. So I was like, oh, 50 cents?
Yeah.
And then you actually like paid more attention. And he's like, okay, this is, you know, $8. I'm like, what?
Oh, damn.
But he's like, oh, no, yeah, it's half off. But at that point, I already got so attached to the idea of getting the, you know, trades. I was like, all right, I'll get it. But anyway, all that is to say, now I'm becoming like a bigger fan of like trades, you know? Because like, okay, look, with this one purchase, I've got a bunch of Simonson. I've got Alan Davis.
And they're right there. You don't have to go find like 9 issues now. And my problem is I'm trying to still put them all in the same box. I have yet to sort them and put them like 30 some boxes all together. I started a couple of years ago, but it just keeps getting larger and larger. But the ones I don't mind is when I back all the indies, because I don't really buy too many of the current monthly stuff anymore. I just buy like back issue stuff, or I buy like Kickstarter campaign things, because I'm finding more fun in the stories that they have on campaigns than I do when I am just like the Marvel DC stuff just doesn't cut for me anymore, because I'm really big into horror. I'm really big into weird sci-fi fantasy. You don't really see that on the shelves, and you can see that now on campaigns, which I think is fantastic. And this is killing me too. Wait a sec. Where's the Shelby homage variant here? There isn't one, but he could probably give you one. But also, you did put him in your book in the hospital.
That's true. Yeah.
I mean, he is in there.
Yeah, he's in there for his bleeding leg from drinking a glass of milk. You know,
that all checks out. You know, they also follow Professor. Yes, that's also true. Yeah, you gotta be very careful on that. But yeah, to me, what I also love pulling up, and I will pick up the floppies of if that's the only way to get them. But I love the artist edition. That's just straight up artwork, like the line work. That's black and white.
Yeah.
As I very much love that because I love zooming in, be able to look at the actual art that's happening on the page. And there's something about a black and white book too that's like really, just really cool looking. I just love the look of that. Yeah.
Yeah. The last like new book that I bought,
yeah,
it was either that one Batman issue when James Tynion came on, but I got that because I forgot the artist. But I was like, oh, it's got a new artist, and it's like supposed to be like, oh, a revamp thing.
Oh.
So I got that. It was the guy who did fill-ins on Spawn around Greg Capullo, and he did that one indie book with Scott Snyder. I forgot his name, but anyway, I got it. It was okay, and it was either that or Spawn 302. That was like the newest monthly.
Okay. I remember when the 300s were coming out for Spawn because that was like, oh my god, people were freaking out. I was like 300, oh my gosh.
I overpaid for a I think I overpaid. I remember thinking it was like kind of expensive. Because I didn't really have a way to get to a shop when that came out, so I bought it off of like Amazon, and I got like the first printing virgin variant of like the Greg Capullo one. Where it's like really cool. And then I went to the shop, like I don't know, a few months later somehow, and they had Todd's ASM 300 variant cover, where it was like an homage to that.
Yeah.
And that one was like the second or third printing. So now I've got like a third printing of it and the first printing. And so the first printing, I make sure to keep in the bag and board. And then the third printing was like the one that I'd take out and reference and all that stuff.
Interesting. Nice. I like that. But yeah, I always love the art in Spawn. I thought that was cool. I probably have 1 million of the issues of 9. I love Angela. The design of Angela in Spawn, though, I think is far better than what they did in Marvel, which is very sad to me that they moved that character over there and they changed their whole storyline. Because some of my favorite books that I have are the Angela team-ups. Plus, I have the Angela miniseries. But my favorite book that I have, I think it's issue 32. Is the pirate incentive cover is one of my favorite covers of all time. I love that.
Yeah, that's crazy how Marvel ended up getting Angela.
I know.
Gaiman probably just did that to tick off McFarlane.
Oh, for sure. But yeah, that's sad.
It's weird to see McFarlane making toys for DC. It's very weird. It's cool, but it's weird.
I love it. And listen, I have the Medieval Spawn Kickstarter next to me.
That's so sick.
Oh, you want to see it? I'll pull it up for you. I have yet to take it out. Well, I took it out one time, but I have the OG one. You can't see it, but right there is the OG Kickstarter Spawn right there. Hold on.
I almost backed that, but I was trying to get my dad to allow me to buy it at the time. And so I pitched it as, Dad, look, I can get a Todd McFarlane's signature. He was like, nah.
I was going to get the 3-pack originally, but then I do not have space at all for these things because they're huge. So that shadow right there is the OG Kickstarter Spawn.
Okay, cool.
Right there. But they're fantastic. They are absolutely amazing. The box alone, let me tell you, look at how just and it changes based on which one you get because there's always 3 editions. I was gonna break down and get the 3-pack this time, but then I was like, no, I got way too many things in my life. Yes. What's up, Nate? How you doing? Let's see. Gotta get the black and white trade paperback Spawn. Yes. I should get a cover made. Listen, I'm working on one right now. Don't worry about it. I'll be getting back to art for sure. But the box is amazing. And then you just like kind of slipcase it.
Yeah.
But it's really cool. Like just the way it opens, there's like that ribbon thing, and then you have the COA. But it is just amazing. And then I forgot which one this is. It's the one with the black suit. It's amazing, dude. I'm gonna have to take this out and do like a whole piece on it. Each one of these pieces are so good. Like it's too dark in here to see any of this, but each piece in here is just insanely sculpted. And here's what it looks like. Let me get the thing. But the because my other friends backed like the 3 pieces with the signature lines and stuff. But I mean, everything in here is just class act. It's insane. It just super good quality. I will forever back his campaign Kickstarters for these figures. I'm really hoping Gunslinger or Violator or somebody is up next, but they're fantastic.
Violator would be sick.
Oh, it would be so good.
Yeah. I think it's like Spawn issue 14 and 15, where you get this cool medieval Spawn little story where I forget exactly the plot, but it has like some of what I thought was like McFarlane's best art. You know, because he had like the certain feel in like the first few issues, and then it started to get kind of whacked out. Well, then he had the ones where he had all the guest writers. And then I thought after that, he started to kind of hit like his stride, where it was kind of like a newer style in a way.
Yeah.
But then he got so involved with the toys or whatever, his stuff kind of started looking kind of crappy. And then that was like around the time when he started to have Capullo come on.
So I have issues with some of his non-Spawn figures. Like I have a bunch of the figures over there. They're fantastic looking. But the problem with it is the bases don't fit too well on the figures and the legs are hollow. So they fall over and end up breaking. So like all my Labyrinth figures that I have over there are broken because they don't stay on the base and they fall over because the legs are hollow. The DC ones, I have the Lobo one right there. The DC ones are kind of far better quality than some of them, but nothing beats these Kickstarter figures that he does. But I love that he has that kind of side to him, which is fantastic because I'm a nerd in all aspects of nerdom. So I love that he's paying attention to detail on the figures. But man, I actually have some of his games too. I have I forgot what the name of the game is, but there's one he did all the art for.
Oh yeah.
No, it's not a Spawn game. It's just dope. It's like some monster thing. That's cool. I like it. Oh my god, I'm missing out on. Yeah, the box is dope. I have the other box up there too. Yeah, they need to do a bunch of figures. I'm not gonna lie, it would be fantastic. I would like to see him do because they did the medieval like Witchblade stuff too. If they did like the Witchblade figures or some of the other ones they did the co-op stuff for, really cool. Very nice. I would love to see all that. But what time is it? We were almost chatting for 2 hours. Dang.
Yeah.
I know you just got back to from school, so hold on. Let me make you big real quick, and then tell us what you're going to be at next. I know you're going to be streaming tomorrow.
Yeah, so I'm going to be over on NTM Comics on YouTube tomorrow, probably like somewhere from 11 p.m. to midnight, depending on what happens at school, because I got assignments and stuff like that. So that's where I'll be next. After that, I don't know. I try and stream every week, but sometimes I don't have like a topic or whatever.
Yeah, I know. But, listen, it sounds like you have another interesting topic tomorrow. So I can't wait to hear these updates on these ladies. Let me tell you.
It's become like I don't know what to call it, but it's like each stream now is like feeding the next one, and you can't really like stop it. It's like self-sustaining, and it's like you try not to do it, but then like you miss not doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
oh yeah, I get it. Yeah, I miss doing my hangout streams, not just like these ones. I've been doing far too many of these. I need to scale back and get back to my art and my hangout things. But I love doing those. And Fran is saying, "Congrats and good job on your campaign, bro." That's right.
Thank you.
You're gonna have to catch it tomorrow and find out which one he's been chatting with. That's right. Perpetual motion streams. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's kind of funny because like if you were you there for when I first started doing the streams with Jay?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was there. I was there for your infamous pyramid list scheme of the
we don't
we don't need to get into that. No, that's the first one I ever caught of yours. I was like, the heck is happening here? But
I was gonna say it's kind of funny because it started out of like I'm not gonna say desperation, but I mean, I needed to talk to somebody about it. So I was like, I'll do a stream,
Yeah.
And then that whole thing got resolved, but then it became a show. So then like now it's become a thing where like you almost try and look for opportunities to find something to like try and make something happen. Because that was just like a fun, shtick to have. So it's funny.
It is funny to me. I find it absolutely hilarious, and I find it hilarious in the chat too when some of the chat takes it way too seriously. It's like, dude, right? This is pure comedy gold happening right now.
Yeah.
You have the dynamic of Jay just kind of sitting there, just all stern face, just telling you all this stuff, and you're like, nah, son.
Yeah, that's funny.
Good times. That's a lot of fun. But now that you're getting your book printed, and you have like a whole bunch of other stuff back in your inventory, are you going to be doing cons or conventions or like Free Comic Book Day?
Yeah. I don't have any in mind, but I just went to one a month ago.
Nice.
Because the school is kind of doing stuff where they're paying for tables, so
cool.
I'm starting to take advantage of that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see. I'm gonna try and hit cons this year.
Okay.
I don't really know which one's the hit, which one's not the hit. In my area.
You might want to start with some small ones and just kind of look. Yeah. What I would suggest too is if you're not used to doing the table thing, go to one of your comic shops. See if they'll let you park there for Free Comic Book Day.
Okay.
Just that you get a feel for just being there, because a lot of my stores will have artists for the first time, just hanging out there. That's where I meet. Like the one over here will have Bill Morrison.
Okay.
I don't know if you know Bill, but he did all the work for Bartman, Simpsons. He did the infamous Little Mermaid poster, horror posters back in the day. But he's over there. But they have a big art college down in Detroit right there, so they bring a lot of the kids in to have booths and stuff. But yeah, pretty much everyone for LCS will let somebody be there for a table, just hang out all day. Yeah, so I suggest do that and hang, because that's May 3rd, so that's still happening in a lot of places. But you should get your books and stuff by then. So.
Yeah. And then, in the summer, I'm going to be trying to probably make the channel a bit more art related.
Oh, okay. Look at that.
Probably.
Nice.
I got to get like a webcam, because the webcam I'm using right now is like built into my computer. So I need one that I can like set up over my desk. Unless I do like digital stuff. But I don't like doing digital stuff all that much,
Oh, dude, you can easily get a setup. Just get yourself a camera. You can get them for $50, even the Logitech ones, and then get yourself a camera, and they're not even like $20, like decent ones that just clip on your desk, and they're just shut that down and just do front face. I did art streams for a long time, just moved the laptop down, but there's less talking and more drawing. Cool.
Listen.
Nice. That's going to be your updated stream description from now on.
Yeah.
Do some
Jay takes credit for everything, but that's kind of true. See, what happens is I had the idea to do art streams. I kept it to myself. All right?
Yeah.
I kept it to myself. I didn't go telling people. Then Jay Ryan pulls up. He goes, Noah, you should do an art stream. And now and I'm like, yeah, that'd be a good idea. And now he thinks that he gave me the idea.
Dang, Jay. Damn.
But I can't prove that I had the idea before he told me. So, I'm stuck.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. Well, he's your minion, so I mean, you're his mentor. So, put him in his place. That's fine.
Yeah.
So go follow Noah. I got your Twitter. I got your YouTube. I got Maverix on there. Hopefully you get up to 200. Hopefully by the end of the night, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I asked.
By the way,
what's that? What?
I said thank you to everybody who backed.
Oh yeah, thank you guys. I know. Yeah, don't fall for Jay's gaslighting.
Yeah. He's very subtle with it.
He's very sneaky. We're gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go grab a snack. I'm hungry. And go hit up Noah, because you'll be possibly streaming tomorrow, giving us some little updates. And please go share this out all over the place if you can, so we can get way more people backing us. We're gonna get out of here. So I know. Listen.
Thanks for having me on.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, listen, you come back anytime. Listen. Yeah. We're gonna get out of here. And also, you know what that means? I don't have an outro. That's right. You're gonna do some spaz dancing. Let's go, Noah.
Nah, I don't dance.
Listen.
I don't dance.
Pretend you're at a Bruce Springsteen concert and he just pulled you up on stage and have to do a dance. You can pull out the what's her face?
Yeah, the snap.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, there you go, Noah. There you go. Yeah. Perfect. Right, we're gonna get out of here. Hair has decided to take a crap. Thank you for everybody.